Tim, and welcome back. This is another segment of the show where we bring football clubs, owners, agents, partnership people here to talk about football. So I have here with me, I'm your co-host, Kobo Sports Room, and I'm doing this with Augustine, a local football or Ghana Premier League expert.
Oh, if you do, I'm local. Check like I'm local champion. so yes, I could just be referred to as a football enthusiast. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Augustine Kwanzaa, a football enthusiast, he's a football pundit, focusing more on football, talking football. So Augustine is also here with us, and we have a CEO of Adumaba Football Club and Adumaba Partnership. He has some partnership with certain agencies outside Ghana and even in America too. And with us here is also Arnold. He's also a team manager for Adumaba Football Club. Arnold, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Andre Abbas Mustafa, welcome.
Good, thank you.
Sharp. So, we are starting the show.
Yeah.
I just want to get to know much about you, the two of you first. Then we talk about whatever you want to talk about. So, let me switch to you, Abbas. When we say Adum Abba Football Club, what does it entails?
Okay, first of all, we are very pleased to be here, and I think it's always an honor to be part of a great show like this. Adumaba, the name Adumaba in our local language means grace has come, and I say Inshra Abba. So my name is Aduma Abbas, and so I decided to take off the last SS of the Abbas.
Okay.
And rebrand it as Adumaba. So Adumaba means grace has come.
Yeah. Grace has come, and grace is actually here. And let me move to Arnold. Arnold, who are you? I mean, I know you to be a team manager of Adumaba Football Club, but introduce yourself. Who are you?
Okay, Leonard Lai. That's my name.
Okay.
And the brand is Arnold, as everybody knows me. I'm a scout. I'm also a football manager and also a team manager of Adumaba Football Club.
All right.
So basically, we scout players around, and as you already know, talent identification here in Ghana is something which is paramount now, because when you move to Ghana, there are a whole lot of talent, and as a scout, we monitor wherever there are talents, and then we discover more talent from those places, and we give them opportunities. So basically, as a scout, this is what I do. And also as a team manager, I make sure that the welfare and activities of the team is paramount. And then we make sure that all footballing activities of the club is okay, and everything is 100%.
Okay.
Okay, I think you guys are top guys here, of course, because listening to these shots and stuff about you. But then I think we should also touch on the brand, Adumaba. If someone is somewhere and the person is just hearing this for the very first time, what is Adumaba Football Club? Or is it Football Academy or Football Club?
Okay, so in the past, we started with an academy.
Okay.
But the Football Association brought a law that for a club to be called an academy, it entails a lot. Sure. The club has to own a school, more or less. You have to get a school. Okay. You have to get like hospital. Oh, you have to. It's beyond football club. Academy. You know, when they are kids, they have to be taken care of in a very special way.
So that's more of a community.
Yes.
Okay.
So the requirement for being an academy was something that was the plan. But since they changed the law, then we decided to go with the football club.
Okay, so Leonard and then Andre, right? Yeah. I think both names are names that you could link to football.
Yeah.
Of course, so Leonard and then Andre, actually. It means you guys be
Iniesta and Messi.
yeah. You guys be too tough.
But I will give you a point of correction.
Okay.
Basically, the Leonard is a hidden name. Yeah, it's a hidden name, and the brand is Arnold.
Then we approve them for you. so you see, there are a lot of things to be done in football, sure, right? And even outside football. But why did you guys choose to do this?
Okay, so at first we started with scouting and agency.
Okay.
We used to go around the country to scout for talent. Um, the mother of all this was a foundation. So I have a charity foundation, Aduma Abbas Charity Foundation.
Okay.
Giving back to society has always been something that I do it effortlessly. So I believe in helping people who are in need. I believe in, bringing people up, even if not to the highest level. Do your best. Somebody will also take it from there.
I'm part of the needy people after the interview. Yeah,
So I wanted to link the football with the less privileged in society.
Okay.
There are lots of good talents out there who need help. So what we can do in our small way is just to give them the platform. So helping people in sports is also part of giving back.
Yeah.
It's also part of charity. So we try to link the football with the charity foundation. So what we are doing now is football, but it's also linked with the charity foundation that we are doing, because bringing all these boys from the rural areas going around to scouts, we go as we can even go to Wa. We've been going to Wa,
Really?
Tamale. Yeah.
So do you guys go by road or by air?
It depends. Sometimes we go by air, sometimes we go by road. We go to Wa, we go to Tamale, we go beyond our comfort zone. So we go to the rural areas where we think there are talents, but they need the exposure for people to get to know them. Then maybe, who knows, their life can also change and for themselves and their families. So basically, that's
But I understand for a team manager, you are one way or the other more closer to the details of what happens in and around the team, other than the CEO. So what are some of the difficulties like you face when it comes to doing this, running a club? The difficulties, is it very difficult, or is something that we or you go feed one?
You go feed one, but you know, be everybody we go feed one.
Okay.
The thing, this whole thing, football and Kasa, it need time. You not get time, no feed do football. Because sometimes we may be in our various homes and then we'll get a call, Charlie, player do a cramp or Yario. What are you supposed to do?
I have to stop whatever you are doing. Move.
You see, so football itself, if you don't have time, you can't do football. And with talent identification, when a talent comes, everybody knows how to play football.
Yeah, do that.
Everyone knows how to play football.
Me 2010 they used to call me Suarez.
So when
don't come and bite us here before we finish the show.
No, Suarez doesn't bite anymore. So yeah.
So when the player comes, you look at the player and do, Charlie, Larry, also but Charlie level no there or down.
Okay.
What are you supposed to do? One, you need to encourage the player.
Yeah.
Maybe the level are open. That's not the level the player is having. But when you see the potential, some of them to 4 years, 2 years, a year, come on, that player is going to be top. So one is what? Time. If you don't have time, you cannot do football. And one challenge too is about the time and the money. And then the talent identification. So if a team, the manager is the person running everything concerning the team, and then when it comes to the football field itself and the talents are not there, then as a manager, whatever you've done and everything is zero, because whatever you do behind the scene must also reflect on the pitch.
Yeah.
Attitude wise is also there, and you know these are boys.
Sometimes you have to work on the attitude as a player.
It's not easy. On and off the pitch, it's also another challenge. So if you can't identify all these small problems as a team and a team manager, you may find things very difficult for you. Very, very difficult. And we all know everything comes back to what? Money. If you don't have the necessary resource, you can't make a good football team. So the necessary things you are supposed to get, if money is not there, you need to get time. One, talking to the boys, making sure that all necessary things needed must be provided for them to also produce whatever you want to on the pitch. So you are going to do their part, and when you do yours perfectly, they are also supposed to do their best on the field. So one thing that we don't joke with is what? The time and also attitude.
So as a team manager and even as a scout, how do you spot players? You know, when we used to play football around 5 years, 6 years. There was a time there was a justify, and a scout would be like, your dressing alone counts as a player.
Yeah.
The way you walk counts. The way you kick ball, the way you touch ball counts. As a scout, how do you spot player? It would be like, player way they winning ball. This is a player. How do you spot them as a scout?
As I said earlier on, player be an bubble. Player be an bubble. But it depends on the quality of who person. Maybe quality now who person player be needed. But when you look at the player, okay, within a year or two, me improve now. Quality no there. So sometimes you don't just watch the physical appearance, today, tomorrow game, but you also look at the potential. Because you can just look at a player, address it fine, the appearance, cry, catch it, the height, AFA, but on the field, no, zero. If you can see all these things, meaning working on a player sometimes it's not a bit difficult because on also I already said over there,
He's ready to improve. Yeah.
Then just pushing for him to learn, and then also on the pitch when it's time, he will also deliver. So we look at petty things. Now football, as we the Africans, one thing that makes the Europeans like us more is when they see the height.
Okay.
Especially centre back. You must be more than 6.1. With small polish, you are quick to go. So, like a centre back, you need to get a good height. A striker, your height is the most important thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. At least you are supposed to be above 6.1.
Sergio Kunagero.
Yes.
What happens if you don't have height and you know how to play?
With that one, it depends on your quality.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you don't have the height, but your jump power is top. When you get to the box, your composure, top. But now, sometimes when they see a striker with that height, you need to be exceptional before you can be given the opportunity. But with the height, it's even attractive.
Yeah.
Favorable age, maybe they see at the age of 15, 16, the good height. You look at your potential, come on, you can do better. They'll give you the platform. They'll polish you. After a year or two, you are good to go.
Okay, if you're looking at all these things, then I believe that scouting at a point is even more difficult than running the club.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's not easy at all.
Really?
Yeah, because everything starts from the scouting.
Okay.
You can have all the means to run the club, but if you don't have the materials or the quality you're looking for, then it's not worth it because people have the means, but they don't have the quality. And that is like going to the seaside to fetch water with a can of saying, we know someone I can't say.
A sieve or something like
Yes.
that. A sieve.
Colander.
Colander.
Yes.
Like that.
You know, so at least it has to start with the quality. You have to get the quality. When you have the quality and you don't even have the means, somebody with the means will come for the quality player, and it makes the job easy.
Wow. But then if you are to look at running Ghana football, if you look at running football, do you have a template that you guys are following? For instance, you are looking up to a particular club, maybe in Ghana, in Africa, or in Europe. Is there anything like that?
Okay, so what we are doing is something different. I always believe that I want to be myself. I'm not in competition with anyone, and we are not doing something that everybody else is doing. Even in this world, if you are doing what everyone is doing, then you are doing it wrongly.
Yeah.
You have to just be yourself. So we are trying to do something different from what everyone is doing. In this case, we are trying to run the club at a pace where we are following the pace. We believe in the project. It's more or less like a project. So we believe in the project. We before this club, we already did some scouting.
Okay.
So we identified the talent. We groomed them. We gave them a good place of accommodation where they can have their peace of mind and they can rest enough after training. So we are following our own pace, and we also looking at. We are not looking at just for today. We are not looking at today, tomorrow. We are looking at something that can last for a long time. In this case, the conditioning of the players matters. Their mentality. We are looking at trying to let them think as professionals. We are trying to look at giving them life. We are trying to we are looking at making them human beings in society. It's beyond football. Football is just 90 minutes. After 90 minutes, life has to continue. You have to take care of yourself. You have to be disciplined. You have to know manners. These are the things that we look beyond what we are doing. Like I said, we are doing something different. So ours, what we are doing is beyond football. We just want to groom human beings for them to become good people in society.
So dealing with players, scouting players, I want to know, how do you incorporate data and technology into your scouting? Because now data, it seems like the football is like data driven. So if you don't have data, you let's say you pitch a player to a club in Europe or even in Ghana, they ask you how many goals has he scored, what are the how many chances has he created. So how do you incorporate data and technology into the scouting game?
Okay, with this, as you said, data is very, very important, because in the game, maybe in the league, as you are watching the league, maybe you are not part of a team.
Yeah.
You are just a scout. So you just observe whatever goes on the pitch. As you are going in the game, maybe you request for some few details about the club. Maybe they may tell you, okay, our club is this and this and this. With the players, this is my top striker, this is my top player. They will just identify all those players for you. So as time is ongoing, you know, these are local football and these are first division, second division, third division. Things there are a bit different from the top. So before you go into a game or before you watch a game, sometimes when you talk to the people around the team, they'll give you the necessary informations. Okay, player win this season or share 6 goals. Last season or share 3 goals. Okay, centre back win one of our best centre back during last 2 seasons. So before you even go into a game, you have an idea about the players and even the team. So before you go into a game, you all have the necessary informations. So this, like what you said, before you go into a game, you have the data, and then when you watch the player and the player is also top, with the necessary qualities you want to see, then you are good to go.
All right.
Okay, if you're talking about data, right, there's a conversation that has generated a lot of traction in Ghana for the past, I think, 2 weeks or so. Benjamin Asare. Yes, we will talk about it. There's data and there's eye test at a point in time, right? Okay. The only disadvantage when it comes to Ghanaian football is that we don't get numbers to back some of our players, and it's evident in almost everything we do. Would you say, or would you decide to choose someone like Benjamin Asare, who do you get only a metric like clean sheets to judge, and ignore someone like Atisigi that you get save percentage ratio, clearances, dribbles, accurate passes, and others? Which one would you go in for?
For me, I'll go for Benjamin Asare.
With less data.
With less data and with eye test.
With this one, this local state of mind. Okay. Because for me, Benjamin Asare is one of the top players, top keepers in Ghana for about 3 years. From Olympics to Accra House of Folk.
Okay.
This season, we all know, we all see it. Yeah. Clean sheets, as I said yesterday or during the weekend.
Yeah. At Sunday. Brekum.
Yeah, Brekum. Yeah. He did it. Clean sheet. And as a keeper, what you are supposed to avoid is avoiding goals. So if you are in the post and you are avoiding goals, they're not scoring you, making sure that you are commanding your back four from lapses, communicating with them to keep the shape, giving good distribution during the game, making sure that the team which starts from the back in the post to the striker is very strong and safe. Then, for me, you are quick to go. I'll go for you over someone who does more saves.
Even if you do more saves, in my opinion, if you do more saves
and you concede more,
not even necessarily conceding more, but if you're a good keeper, there will be less balls coming to you than a bad keeper. How do I even put it? If like you're a good keeper, there will be less balls coming to you than someone that a lot of balls will come to him and he will save it.
Why? Is it that the bad keepers they have a magnet to attract balls or
No,
something?
you know, everything starts
Is it
from the
about
back.
organization?
So if you're able to organize your back line very well and organize, when you are commanding from the back, it's proceed to the defenders, to the midfielders, then it goes on and on. So if you are somebody at the back who knows how to arrange your back very well as a goalkeeper, hardly will balls come to you. Even if you are not that good, people will not see that aspect because you are doing the most important thing that you are supposed to do.
Are you talking about Victor Valdez?
I can mention another name too. Pinto.
Pinto, yes. Very true. It is very, very true. But then for Abbas, I learned you traveled outside Ghana to further knowledge about football, right?
Yeah.
And that was in Italy, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Yes. How different is football in Italy from Ghana? What's the difference?
Okay, I think they have structures.
Okay.
They believe in long-term projects.
Okay.
They are not just looking at short-term. They are not just looking at immediate results.
Okay.
So they have structures that will make the next generation also continue the legacy that the old ones have done. So what we are lacking here is what I can say is that what we are looking here is we want quick results.
Okay. Quick.
Yes. And if that happens, we will make a lot of mistakes.
Okay.
Football is not as we are seeing it.
Yeah.
Some people have invested in it so many years before us, and they've invested a lot than what we are doing here. Most of the clubs in Europe have their dietitians, nutritionists, personal coaches. They have put measures in place for all these people around a player. One player can have like 7 people taking care of him, and the player has to pay all these people. Somebody who will massage him in the house.
But some even have sleeping coach.
You see, so with us, exactly. So in this case, some of the players, if your sleeping pattern doesn't favor you, and maybe you have a match in the evening, the player, you will not get the best out of the player. You might think that the player is not a good player. Maybe he sleeps early. So if maybe we have a league game at 7 or 8 p.m., one of the Premier League games have been scheduled to 7 or 8, you might not get the best out of the player. It might not be his fault. Maybe he's someone who sleeps early. So all these things have to be taken into consideration. So they have invested a lot, and they are looking at the next year, the next 2 years, the next 3 years. But we want everything now. And what we are also interested is the 3 points. And football is beyond 3 points. If you are doing something significant that will last, it should go beyond 3 points. So most of the premier clubs here, of course, you are fighting for the title. Yeah. But it should also be a plan. There should be a project. Okay, after this generation of players, who are the ones that will succeed this team? Example, Accra Lions. They had a very young team. They were struggling last season when they were playing the league. You could see that they are not familiar with the system, because here it's like most of the clubs want to win. Yeah. All they want is 3 points.
3 points.
But we are Accra Lions. Maybe you want to play good. We are looking at maybe the next 2-3 years where the team will be, where they want to see their team. So I think it depends on how everybody wants to run their club. But we are not doing a lot of things right. They have structures in place. They have time. They have a lot of investment. We are not doing that. Even for us to get sponsorship for some of the clubs, sometimes it's very difficult. If it's in the other way around, of course, a lot of people would want to come on board to sponsor some of these clubs, because they believe in the project. It's all about doing the right thing, doing it well. Even if you don't get the results immediately, the people you are associated with will know that, okay, going forward, maybe they will hit where they want to hit. Okay. So let's be with them.
All right. So this question goes to the two of you, as a team manager and as a CEO. Talking about plan and development, you export talent from Africa to across Europe, Sweden, Italy, you have partnership with ACM Sports Agency, Rudiger's Sports Agency, and all of that. How do you make sure that your talent you transport from Ghana or in Africa to the other part of the world, how do you make sure that they are okay and they are following the plan? what are some of the measures you put in place as a team manager and even as a CEO to make sure these kids going from Ghana or even some part of Africa to the European market or the European football, how do you make sure these guys are following the plan or the player development?
Okay, so like we said, it's a project. It's not necessarily about the 3 points. So when you come to our camp or when we scout you and bring you to our club, we let you know that we have a DNA.
Okay.
And what we are doing is different from what everyone is doing. If I take my player to any club, I know that my player will succeed. And all players are not the same.
Yeah.
So depending on where I want to take the club, that is the kind of player that I will take there. I will not take player A to club B when I know that when he goes to club B, maybe that is not where he will fit. So these boys, for us, they are like our brothers, our junior brothers, our kids. We've taken them like we are family. So we know them. And so building them to that height that you are talking about, we know, and it's like knowing your own son, what your son can do and what he cannot do.
Yeah.
So it's like we have that relationship with them where we know that, okay, you came, we've given you up to 2 years for you to get to this height. After the 2 years, if we don't see you improve, then you cannot get to where you are seeing right now. You cannot get there. So it's better we have to show you the red light.
Okay.
So everybody in our camp has a target. And that will also push the player to do what he has to do to get there. We are there to give you the platform, the opportunities, like you said. If the player himself is not ready to push himself, then you will be left out because we receive a lot of players every day.
Okay.
We receive over 70 players, people giving us players.
Charlie, I get
Some
player.
of,
Charlie,
you know,
I get.
some of the videos we don't even open to watch. A lot of player requests, so it's not like if you go, you won't get somebody better than you. And opportunity sometimes it's not always about what you can do, but where you find yourself. Somebody is better than you, but maybe they've not found themselves at where you are. So you can go today, we can get somebody better than you.
Yeah.
So we know them. And so before you go out there, you are well prepared. Like we said, we've given you 2 years. Within that 2 years, you have to go through a channel. And if you are corresponding with that channel that we have given you, that is where you can get to where we all believe you can get to. But if you are not corresponding with us, with the project, doing what we want you to do, doing what the coaches are not telling you to do, doing what the people we have employed to help you get to where you want to do, you are not doing, then you are not fit to be at where what we are doing. So we will take you out from the project.
Team manager, do you have anything? How do you make sure you follow the plan? You have anything to add?
Yeah, like what my boss said. We know all the players and their qualities. We know their capabilities. We know what they can give. We know what they can do on and off the pitch. With some countries, we don't allow some players to go there. With some clubs, we don't allow some players to go there. Because there are some clubs, they need a specific quality or some qualities they want in a player. So when we scout you, we observe you very well. We make sure that you have right data about you. Okay, you can grow within a year, within 2 years, you can grow with a good height, with a good body. Your technical abilities will also improve. So as you are improving, we are also looking at you and looking at where you fit in. And then when there is an offer from that side, we'll give you the opportunity.
So with this, I have like something I want to ask. When you go to Spain, the way they play football is different from England. England and even in Italy. Spain is like more of let's possess the ball, very calm and all. But in England, it's very quick.
Yeah.
So for example, if you have a centre back who is very calm on the ball, he doesn't, he's not that aggressive, very, very calm on the ball. And there is an English club coming for your player. And as a partner who is working with other agencies outside Ghana, even if the money is big and this player doesn't fit this kind of football or it doesn't fit this orientation of football, how do you deal with all these challenges? Because you are doing football and football also need funding.
Yeah.
So you have to get funds to be able to, take care of the players that are there back home and all of that. How do you deal with all these things? And what do you look out for when you are transporting players to nations like that?
Okay, like what you said, it's a good question because every country and their style of play. But I can tell you at a fact, most of these boys learn. Maybe as he is going, he sees the terrain as a different terrain.
Yeah.
So before he will go, we've already signed him up. That okay, come on, this is the system there.
Okay.
This is how they play. So before you go, we've even help you to go through games as such. So from here, you are getting the experience. And as you are going to, because you are a fast learner, that's why my boss even said, we look at you attitude-wise and even mentally, how you think, how you learn and everything. Psychologically, everything. So there are some players you know that when they move to a certain level, no matter their way of play, he can fit in. If he can't fit into, because he's a fast learner, we'll push that player to go because we know that when he goes, he's going to what? Adapt the system there. Someone like Saliba is even playing the EPL, Ghana Premier League.
English Premier League.
Is Saliba very aggressive?
Very, very calm on the ball.
Composure, 100%. He's playing the Premier League. That's the same way we can polish someone to go there to go and play. So it's what you're saying, it's good, but it depends on the quality of the player and also what the player can also go when he goes do when he goes there.
How he's able to adapt and all of that.
Fast. Because Metasaka came to play for England. Arsenal in England. Is Metasaka very aggressive? Is he very aggressive?
Very calm.
Very calm, composure. So since we have the qualities and we know what they can do, when the offers come, Charlie, you get the experience here. When you go there, just go and adapt, and you are quick to go. No pressure.
This has been a very exciting conversation with CEO of Adumaba Football Club, Adumaba Sports Agency, Adumaba, Charity Foundation.
Yeah.
And we also have the team manager here with us, Arnold. It's been a very exciting conversation. Make sure you subscribe to Sahara Football. We have exciting interviews coming up your way. So we'll end it here. I did this with Augustine Kwanzaa, a pundit, football enthusiast, and an expert in the local game. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for your time. Click on the subscribe button, press the post notification bell. We'll see you next time. Peace.